Well, there I was, just editing today's episode of Good News, minding my own business, when Mafex go ahead and drop their whole Marvel lineup for San Diego Comic-Con reveals today. I knew it was going to be a busy couple of days, and here we are. I say San Diego Comic-Con reveals, I mean, they're not officially that, but 'tis the season. And 'tis the season for Marvel figures, kicking things off with the Punisher Frank Castle. We got the little teaser image. Now we have all the pretty reveal pictures, and they do look indeed very pretty. This is classic Frank Castle. Very 80s kind of look, and I dig it. I don't know whether or not I would actually want this one over the Marvel Legend though. Genuine cards on the table. Mafex, you always assume, yeah, it's better quality, it's more highfalutin, they're all smooth with no pins and all that kind of thing. But then again, I mean, you know, most things don't have pins now because it's 2025. But this is a very stylized looking Punisher, and I do like that. I wish my brain could conjure up the knowledge of, oh, this is based on so-and-so's art. But you know. If you know, you know. And quite frankly, it's not up to me to educate you, because I can't even educate myself. But it looks like they're following the very basic Mafex style, which means that it does have some little caveats that I wouldn't sort of like too much myself. No thigh rotation. And many people say, oh, well, I don't want thigh rotation because it breaks up the lines. I know. I'm just saying that you're wrong, and thigh rotation is very important to me. So I'm missing that, but the expression, the mean mug on Frank Castle, that works. That works real well. The skull logo, it's been a couple of Punishers worth since I've had a skull logo that I like. Because the Marvel 2-pack with Bushwhacker, that one didn't really do it for me with the squinty eyes. Not my cup of tea. And this one with the more kind of big, it looks like an alien from Crystal Skull, which is not a good reference point to have. But I do love the classic look with the white boots and gloves, the belt and bandoliers. That's lovely. Plus you can see he's got 2 big handguns and an Uzi. Maybe a few more pieces, we don't know yet. But the facial expressions are real nice. Looks like he's wearing a bit of mascara, actually. Very, very heavy set eye lines around there. But it does make him pop on the shelf. So that's your Frank Castle, and I can only assume he's going to be very popular. But speaking of very popular, let's go over to classic X-Men. We knew he was coming. We saw the early prototype last year at San Diego Comic-Con, but now we're getting Bobby Drake, Iceman. And this one, this might have to be an upgrade for me because I've still got the Juggernaut Wave Iceman from Marvel Legends, but he's showing his age. I love the style and the design, but his feet are hanging on for dear life because that plastic's just not weathering well. Whereas this Iceman, he's got that translucent sheen to him, but you can't see the inner workings too well, which is good. You don't want to. You want him to have the appearance of being see-through without that actually being the case. The ice slide as well was going to be a big question. What's that going to be like? Because we don't have a good official ice slide for Iceman. There are some third-party ones out there that look amazing, but they're pretty expensive too. So seeing Bobby Drake on this, it's big enough that it's substantial without being so big that it would necessitate a huge box and probably a much bigger price sticker as well. We don't know. We don't know what the prices are going to be for these. Hopefully, I mean, Punisher and Iceman, they should just be regular Mafex kind of prices. I'm not sure where you shop, but hopefully, I'd say, what, $70, give or take? Unless you're like, well, maybe where you shop, Dave. But I do really love this Bobby Drake. Very, very classic. Very 80s, kind of Spider-Man and his amazing friends type Iceman. That's my touchstone for the character. With the power effects as well coming off of his hands, he's going to be a very popular piece. And then finally, at least for now, we've got Tom Hardy's Venom from Let There Be Carnage. And I'm going to put my Sony Venom bias aside because it is there. And boy, is it strong. But looking at this figure, just what goes into it, it looks very pretty. 3 different head sculpts, and one that's good and bad is the Tom Hardy revealing face, because it looks really gross. Like his face is surrounded by a bunch of mincemeat with some teeth stuck on it, which I guess is kind of what Venom looks like, but no, it's a little bit too stomach churning for my liking, but you know, hey, that's just me. And then the 2 essential Venom portraits that you gotta have if you want to have a complete Venom symbiote. He's got the teeth clenched, grinning kind of look, and then the teeth wide open, the tongue lashing, and actually, I have to say, the sort of yellowy looking teeth, they look gnarly. They look good. That's a good job there, especially with also the veins coming across him. He looks like he's made out of tar and oil. It's a good texture there. And also he's got the big tendrils coming off the back as well. So they've clearly put the effort in here. And if you're one of those folks who is not ready to say goodbye to the Sony cinematic universe for all its glory, then you can pick up this Venom here and immortalize it one last time on your shelf. So hey, that does it. 3 Mafex reveals, and I think that might be it for a while, because these are the ones that we knew that they had cooking. But it seems like there's going to be a lot more that's going to be coming up, especially in line with Marvel Comics. That's so exciting. So gang, I hope you enjoyed this little news bite. Also today, Marvel Legends accidentally revealed their Morph, who's going to be part of an X-Men 97 wave. More of that in Good News, which will be dropping later. So until then, keep displaying model behavior.
Cup of coffee. Big time.